What's up guys, my name is Ace, and the Season 4 Reloaded update is here, and unfortunately, it's a bit of a mess. It is not the update that I was really hoping for. Like, sure, we got the content that we expected to see, so I'm showing off some Vondel Waterfront here, just playing against bots so I can roam around the map fairly freely, and also show off the new MX Guardian shotgun a little bit. But outside of that, for any gun that could use an Underbarrel shotgun, they added the Underbarrel Dragon's Breath. With border crossing, there was actually a nice improvement to the border crossing map that I do appreciate with this update. They made it so the vehicles on that map no longer explode and can no longer kill you, which would have been nice to see many months ago, but hey, I guess better late than never. Border crossing is now going to be a little bit more playable. And another notable thing that I actually like about what they did with this update is with the firing range dummies, you can now add armor plates to them. I guess that doesn't really apply too much for us multiplayer guys, but I do think that's a great quality of life feature for the Warzone players out there that do want to see how their guns stack up against armor. Also, in the patch notes they mentioned, they worked on the hit detection a little bit with those firing range dummies, so that's also a positive here. Now, on top of that, there was a little bit of weapon balancing, and I do plan on covering that in tomorrow's video just because it takes quite a bit longer to get all those stats collected and to put them into the nice graphics to show them off side by side before and after for you guys. But the big things I want to focus on today are the things that didn't get fixed, and the primary one here is that UAV bug. I know, I've mentioned this so many times since the launch of Season 4, but that's because this is such an important bug that drastically impacts how the game plays, and it still hasn't even been publicly acknowledged by any of the developers, at least at the time of recording this video. Now, just a quick recap of this for anybody that hasn't been paying attention to the channel. With this bug, it seems on most maps, the UAV is working in an inverted fashion where it displays enemy players in real time rather than just a snapshot of their location the moment that sweep goes by, which is how it's meant to work. Instead of that, it shows their real-time location in between sweeps, and then it will pause when they're supposed to be displaying that snapshot. This obviously has a very big impact on how the game will play because the first team with the UAV up is now going to have a massive advantage, which will snowball into more UAVs, and this has been leading to extremely unbalanced matches throughout Season 4, way more so than pre-Season 4. And on top of that, that makes the Ghost perk essentially a necessity in this game, as well as a suppressor on your gun, because you never want to show up on the radar, because now enemies will see you in real time with just a regular UAV. Now with this, I have at least a glimmer of hope to share for you guys. One of the Treyarch developers, yes, Treyarch, not Infinity Ward, reached out to me privately today asking me what was going on with this bug. And I wouldn't necessarily expect him to know what's going on because this is an Infinity Ward game. But I did share all the details with him, and hopefully that will get passed around now, and we will be seeing an acknowledgement at some point soon, maybe even by the time this video goes live. Now, that's not quite the good news I was hoping for today, where I was hoping this would just be completely fixed and taken care of, but at least now there's hope that they will become aware of this issue, which is just ridiculous to me, because for anybody that plays 6v6 regular public matches and knows how to check a minimap, they should have been aware of this bug, definitely at least within a week of the Season 4 update going live, and it's been almost a month now. Now, on top of this, on a somewhat similar topic of bugs that haven't been acknowledged up until this point, with the integrated suppressed barrels in the game, that has also not been fixed, although that one's not surprising because this one's literally been in the game since the game launched. But I did also pass this along to that Treyarch dev, so maybe that will get passed along to Infinity Ward as well. But with this one, just know integrated suppressors don't work the same as regular muzzle suppressor attachments. If you are using Ghost and an integrated suppressor and you fire your gun, it will disable your Ghost perk, making you vulnerable to the UAVs, including this real-time UAV. So you might think you're being stealthy by using Ghost and an integrated suppressor, but you're not at all. As for the next big bug that came with Season 4, this is for that new 12v12 mode where if you use the overclock perk, you could essentially just get infinite field upgrades. With this one, there was no acknowledgement in the patch notes, so I doubt this has been fixed, but I also can't test this because at the moment, we don't have any 12v12 modes in rotation. So we will have to wait to see on that one, but based on their track record with these other unacknowledged bugs, I doubt that one will get fixed. And then to top all of this off, something I've noticed is a lot of people, especially PC players, seem to be experiencing some pretty severe performance bugs across the board with Warzone and Modern Warfare 2, where they're getting significantly lower frames than they normally would. So in all, at least at the time of recording this video, this Season 4 Reloaded update seems to be quite a big mess at the moment. It's not that there aren't a few positive changes in there definitely were, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, but so far, we're not off to a good start when it comes to Season 4 Reloaded. And with that, this is where I want to hear from you guys in those comments down below. First up, if you guys noticed any other issues with Season 4, or maybe even some hidden improvements with Season 4, or just changes in general that weren't necessarily mentioned in the patch notes. And also, what are your general thoughts on Season 4 Reloaded of Modern Warfare 2? If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.